Hey guys, welcome back to Adventures of a Lifetime 79. First of all, big shout out to all our subscribers and followers. Really appreciate all your likes and comments, guys. So today we're going to be doing a bit of a rig rundown. So here we have my 2012 Toyota 79 Series single cab. So I've had the vehicle for approximately 7 years now. The vehicle's taken a vast transformation from when I first purchased it to what it is now. Throughout the video, we're going to be showing you where it started and where it ended now, to what it is. So basically, the vehicle, when I first bought it, originally had tray sides, which have since been removed. Never had a canopy or a box set up. Never had a 270-degree awning. It had originally 35-inch mud tyres on it, which we've changed out. So we're actually now running still a 35, but Mickey Thompson Baja EXP all-terrain tyre. Really good off-road, really good on the beach. I found with these, when I'm dropping the tyre pressures down to, that the sidewalls are actually bagging out quite considerably. And they're very obviously nice and strong too, providing that durability for you. So also touching on when I first purchased the vehicle, it had foam cell shocks, really sagged set of leaf springs. So since then, that's all been changed out with a set of front and rear ARB Old Man Emu BP51 remote res shocks. So I decided to run with an 800 kilo constant leaf spring in the rear with a set of airbags, greasable pins and greasable shackles, purely just because of the weight that we do carry when we go away, and we normally will tow a camper with us as well. Some of the other suspension componentry that's been changed out up front, we're running heavy duty coils in the front, also paired up with all that, we're running caster correction bushes. We're also running heavy duty drag links, heavy duty tie rod bars, and a Bilstein steering dampener. We were finding that we were having a lot of problems with certain speeds and a vibration. So since we changed all that out, we've noticed that it's been 1,000 times better. To date, the vehicle still runs the original bull bar that when I purchased the vehicle. It's just an opposite lock steel bar. Did have a set of HID spotlights on the front originally, but I've since changed them out for a pair of Steedy Type X 8.5-inch LED Pro spotlights. And the only addition on the front bar also is a GME 2.1 dB UHF aerial. The vehicle did have a older GME unit when I purchased it. We're now running a GME XRS Connect unit. Works really great, nice and compact. It's actually hidden away behind my glove box, so all you see is the handset receiver. On top of the vehicle here, I'm running just an Ocam single cab rack with a Core 180 watt solar panel. That keeps charge on our lithium battery for our 12 volt setup in the rear here. We'll drop a link below for another video we've done going into more detail about our canopy and 12 volt system and why. On the back of the canopy, we run dual wheel carriers, dual wheel bags as well, just an ARB bag and an MSA bag. So the MSA bag actually is Jamie from Jamie's Touring Solutions original bag that he used to run. Picked that up off him at one of his garage sales and still on the vehicle today. Vehicle runs a 3-inch exhaust straight through, standard gearbox with an MPC 1300 Nm clutch. I am running diff breathers for front and rear diff and gearbox and transfer. Under the bonnet, we're still running the original ARB dual battery system, as well as a secondary fuel filter. Still running a standard airbox at the moment, which we do plan to change out eventually. Paired up with that is a Safari 4-inch RMAX snorkel. And obviously mentioned, we're running a 270-degree awning now. We did originally have an ARB awning on here, but it was just kind of painful pulling it out, putting it away, You really need 2 people to do it, especially if it's really windy. On the rear tray, we're just running a set of MaxTrax on the rear and just a shower tent on the rear as well. Just so when we do go off grid and run our Joulka hot water system, you've got a shower tent, you've got a change room, whatever you want it to be really. Under the front as well, we're running an Ocam radiator bash plate protector as well, just for when we are on the tracks, just that peace of mind. So the inside of the vehicle took quite a transformation, probably approximately maybe a year and a half ago now, maybe 2 years ago. The vehicle originally had a bench seat and a single seat, super uncomfortable. So I spent a whole weekend, I ripped all the interior out. Stage 1, Stage 2 car builders, sound deadening. All the doors have been sound deadened as well, the roof, the whole lot. Massive difference. You can actually hear yourself think when you're driving along. Stereo wise, just a Kenwood double din touchscreen with a set of Rockford Fosgate coaxial speakers in either door. Big shout out to ProFab Seat at Brendale. They ended up doing my custom seats for me and a custom center console. Full lumbar support in the seats has made it super comfortable. 1 stone armrests. Yeah, so look, basically I built this vehicle to travel and do a bit of touring. Still plenty more to do and plenty more modifications to add to the vehicle. But yeah, look, it's definitely coming along. Just touching also, so when I bought the vehicle, it originally had a Tune-It rail chip in it. That was the first thing I got rid of. Also changed out the rail relief valve for a billet item, and actually running a Just Auto's full remap now. Look, it was the best thing we ever did, changing to the remap, more reliable, safe power. So up front you can see we're running an opposite lock steel wool bar, GME 2.1 DV aerial, Steedy Type X Pro spotlights. Also I opted to go with the Steedy H4 LED headlight upgrade as well, which works really well. And you can see my number plate has copped a bashing over its time. Also up on the top of the rack we're running a Steedy 42-inch single row light bar, and here you can see a good shot of the Safari RMAX 4-inch snorkel.
You can see in this photo, this is when I very first purchased the vehicle, straight from the dealership. Looks very different to what it is today. Moving into the next photo now, you'll see what the vehicle actually looked like with tray sides, wheels in the back. As you can see, it still runs a factory raised Toyota air intake, not a genuine snorkel, obviously. That's been changed out obviously now. Moving along, you can now see when the vehicle is running HID spotlights. That's a pretty good view too of what the standard Toyota raised air intake that you get from factory. Definitely worth changing to a fully sealed unit. And now moving into the next one, that's just after it come home the next morning, all nice and clean. Yeah, very, very different to now. The vehicle has changed dramatically over the time that I've owned it. As you can see in this picture, this is what the vehicle looks like when we picked it up. Single seat, bench seat, definitely very uncomfortable. Highly recommend to changing to a more comfortable interior. Moving along, obviously you can see the wheels were mounted in the tray, work lights at the top, and still running tray sides at this time. So the rear light bar under the tray still is on the vehicle to date. Very good for reversing of a night time, makes it easy to see. And the vehicle is running a 3-inch straight through exhaust. It's more than adequate for us, loud enough. Yeah, don't feel the need to change it thus far. So this was our first trip with the vehicle a few weeks after owning it up to Double Island Point. Magical spot up there. As you can see in this shot, we have changed the spotlights out just to a cheaper brand of LED spotlights. Next shot, you can see we've mounted an OCAM steel bash plate protecting the bottom of our radiator. Also, really good shot of all our componentry that we've used in the front end. Front coils, drag links, tie rod bars, also an adjustable panhard rod, and the steering dampener is behind the bash plate there. That's our Old Man Emu BP51 shock absorbers that we've used. And that's a shot of our rear setup. Again, Old Man Emu BP51 shocks, and you can see our airbags in that photo as well. That's just another shot of underneath from the rear, showing you the airbags, the shocks, how it all set up. As you can see, we've mounted a Core 180 watt solar panel to the roof. Just an OCAM roof rack, that's all we've used. Moving on, we're going to be into our interior shots now. So this is all shots where I've upgraded my interior. You can see we've changed the seats, the center console. Very, very comfortable seats. Highly recommend. You can see our one stone armrests and our door pods that we've mounted for our speakers. So this is just a shot that we took on the eastern side of Moreton Island. As you can see, having a bit of a play on the log there. That's on the western side of Moreton Island. We've actually just got the orange canopy door light on at present. And now moving into our final shot. That's just a shot of all our lights on at sunset on the western side in front of the Rex there. As you can see, the lights really do provide an awesome amount of light.